Out of the Middle East, and Israel has carried out airstrikes in Beirut, targeting what it says are facilities used by the militant group Hezbollah. The airstrikes hit several buildings in Beirut's southern suburbs. Israel said they held underground facilities used by Hezbollah for drone production. The strikes came about an hour after Israel issued evacuation orders for the area. It's the first time in more than a month that Israel has targeted the Lebanese capital. Let's get more on this from our correspondent Stella Menna, who's in Beirut. Welcome, Stella. Just tell us what's going on now.
A bit more than 2 hours ago, the Israeli army threatened that they would bomb the southern suburbs of Beirut, which they now did several times. This is by far not the first violation of the ceasefire and not the first attack of the ceasefire. There have been several violations since the ceasefire was agreed on in November and ended the full-blown out war between Hezbollah and Israel. Most of these violations took part in the south of Lebanon, but also the capital Beirut has been hit 3 times before tonight. But I can say that tonight's attack has definitely been the biggest attack on the capital Beirut since November. For example, the last attack that took place approximately 5 weeks ago was only was only on one building, and now the Israeli army sent out warnings to 8 different buildings in 4 different locations.
And why is Israel targeting Beirut's southern suburbs?
Well, the Israeli army is claiming that it is targeting an underground facility by Hezbollah used to produce drones. As I'm speaking now, there is no point for me or other colleagues to verify whether this information is true or not. What I can say is that Israel and Hezbollah are still not far from a point, or still far away from a point where this conflict is over. From the Israeli point of view, they are saying that they are implementing the ceasefire agreement because Hezbollah has still not been fully disarmed. We can say that since the ceasefire, we know that the Lebanese army has dismantled hundreds of facilities that were used by Hezbollah in South Lebanon to attack Israel. But we are indeed far away from a point where Hezbollah has handed back all its weapons. But the Lebanese army is also saying that this is also not likely to happen until Israel stops attacking the country and stops occupying south of Lebanon, as this gives an argument to Hezbollah that the conflict is not over and that they have the right or the need to defend and protect people.
A word then about the people. I understand there were massive traffic jams as people tried to get out of the area. Tell us about the warning that they received.
The first smaller so-called warning strike happened approximately 1 hour after the warning sent out by the Israeli army. This is, by the way, a pattern that we are used to see here in Lebanon and that we used to see throughout the entire war, that often the Israeli army starts with smaller so-called warning strikes and then followed by a very big strike. 1 hour might seem a long time, but if we put ourselves in the shoes and the situation of the people on the ground, it's really not a lot of time. We have to keep in mind that tonight is the first evening of al-Adha, which is a very important holiday for Muslims. So many people in the targeted neighborhood were together, gathering with their families, with their loved ones, and amid these celebrations, the threats of bombing came in. And of course, people panicked. We also have to keep in mind that the southern suburbs of Beirut are a very densely populated area, so that it is actually not really easy to get away and to get out of this area. So this is exactly what happened and what we saw here in Beirut, that people panicked and tried to get out. And this, of course, caused big traffic jams.
OK, thanks for that, Stella. Stella Menna in Beirut.